Contender regime, boxing, checking back in with y'all. What's happening? I don't know why, but YouTube ain't letting a nigga upload the damn thumbnail that I normally do. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what the hell going on with this shit, man. But what's happening, man? Another episode of Merlot Fridays. We back at it. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna be long on here today. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna chop it up real quick. You feel me? We're gonna chop it up real quick, man. Talk about this little topic. And we're gonna do our thing. Let some folks get on in here, man. Let me see how we got everything set up. Okay, we good. But yeah, man, what's happening with your boy, man? Poncho as far as in the building, salute. H Money, Mr. DAZN in the building. What's happening with y'all, man? Yeah, we're gonna chop it up real quick. You see, YouTube ain't let me put my damn thumbnail up, man. This shit be tripping. YouTube always fucking shit up. But yeah, we're gonna chop it up about this little topic, man. The soulmates in the building. Salute to you, my brother. What's happening? What's happening, man? I've been telling people about this shit for the longest, though. This ain't no surprise to me. We see they've been having issues since shit for the last few years. They've been having issues because Ryan Garcia really starting to see he's starting to see behind the bullshit. He's starting to see behind the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? He's starting to see behind the bullshit, man. Bernard Hopkins, go back to that Bernard Hopkins when Bernard Hopkins and Devin Haney, Team Haney, when they ran into each other backstage. That right there said everything. You know what I'm saying? That little, I wouldn't even call it an altercation, but that little run in, you know what I'm saying? That shit, he put everything out there. Them boys don't believe in Ryan Garcia. There we go. He just a poster child. He's just a good poster child. He got the image. You know what I'm saying? He got the face. He got the whole following and shit. People, you know, young Mexican kids, and even just people from all different type of ethnicities, they can identify with, you know, he looked like a young Oscar De La Hoya. You know what I'm saying? He looked like he's supposed to be a future world champion. You know what I'm saying? He looked the part. He got some talent. I ain't just gonna say that he talentless. He got some talent, but he ain't what Golden Boy would hope that he could be. Vigilante Cato in the building. Salute to you, my brother. What's going on? You know what I'm saying? He not everything that they hope that he could be, and they moving him along very, very slow because they want to try to juice as much as they possibly can out of Ryan Garcia until he finally run into somebody that's really like that. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody that's, you know, that's just too skilled for him or too experienced for him, and put him on his ass. They lose everything that they done invested. They want to try to get everything that they could possibly get out of him. So honestly, you know, and I actually like Ryan Garcia. I think he could fight, but I know that he just not on that level. As far as like Devin Haney or fighting other champions, and he just not on that level. He still fight with his chin in the air. You know what I'm saying? He making mistakes that you're not supposed to be making as a pro. You know what I'm saying? He making mistakes that motherfuckers who just started boxing make. You not supposed to. You Ryan Garcia, bro. You in contention for titles and shit. You like in the rankings. He making mistakes that motherfuckers that just got in the boxing gym today is making. You know what I'm saying? Fast hands, flashy, very fun to watch. He throws punches with conviction, and he's game. You know, at least when he's in the ring with the guys that he's been in the ring with, he game. He want to fight. He ain't no guy that's just gonna stick and move and want to. He want to fight. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I've been saying this. I said Ryan Garcia, bro. He's a nice talent. He's a good face for their company, for Golden Boy. But he not on the level of Tank Davis, Devin Haney, you You know what I'm saying? He not Shakur Stevenson, Lomachenko, Teofimo Lopez. He not on that level. He just simply not on that level. He not on none of them guys' level. What's up, Derek Lincoln? Salute to you, my brother. What's up, Dio? What's up, Danny Matthew in the building? What's happening? Shout out to everybody coming through, man. He not like that. And Golden Boy see that shit. Golden Boy is saying, look, Golden Boy like, why we know you want to fight. You talking like you want to fight the top guys. And, you know, it seemed like you really about that action, but we know you not that good. And we done already extended your contract. We done invested money in you already. They got a good thing going with Ryan Garcia. You got a possible blockbuster fight with Devin Haney in the future, maybe even Tank Davis. They know he not ready for this competition. You know what I'm saying? Now the question is, do you side with Golden Boy on this as fans, as spectators, as people from the outside looking in? Do you side with Golden Boy on this, protecting their investment, babying him and bringing him along slow, saying, look, we gonna put you in there with guys we know you can beat. You know what I'm saying? We gonna put you in there with guys, even though they promoting him like he the next best thing. You see, when Oscar talk about him, he talk about him like he the next best thing. When Bernard Hopkins talk about, and that's what they supposed to do. That's your investment. But when they talk about him, you look on his Instagram. I just seen an Instagram post today. He got the damn blindfold on, and you know what I'm saying? He hitting the little bag and shit. You know what I mean? Acting like he doing some old Karate Kid type shit. You feel me? They promoting him like he's the next pound for pound star of boxing or some shit. But deep down inside, behind the scenes, they actually like, okay, no, he not ready. He not on that level. And we don't know when he gonna be on that level. You know what I'm saying? So as fans, do you side with Golden Boy on this? Do you say, okay, I see why y'all doing this? Or do you side with Ryan Garcia to where he's saying, he came out and said, look, if y'all don't think I'm the real deal, then release me. Let me go about my business. Let me do what I want to do. What's up with it, Big Tex 33? What's happening with you, my brother? What's going on? Doughboy 77 in the building. What's up, man? He said he's very talented, and he said he needs more experience, fights from a variety of boxers. I agree with you. I agree with you on that, bro. Shout out to Scan Dooless in the building. Salute to you, my boy. What's happening? I agree with you on that. Bakari King in the building. Salute to you, my brother. What's going on? Who else we got? Gene Kennebrew Thomas in the building. Salute. Salute. What's going on, y'all? But yeah, man. You know, Jay Cooler in the building. Salute to you. My brother came through heavy in the super chat. He say, contender was good. Shit, let Ryan jump off the porch. Bud talking, but he can't lead the porch man down. It's still strap season. Big facts. 100. 100. I'm shit. Let him jump off the porch. But see, at the same time, though, because, you know, as fans, we gonna speak, we most likely gonna side with the fighters anyway. Plus, we want to see big fights. We want to see these guys that say they cold, that say they really the goods. We want to see that shit tested in the ring. So I feel like most of us gonna be on Ryan's side and say, look, shit, let him get out there and fight somebody. But if you look at it from Golden Boy's standpoint, they like, I don't know if that's the smart move, because if he get out there and get his ass kicked, they really doing the same shit that Bob Arum doing with Terrence Crawford. Or at least they was doing that shit for a minute. But do you, from Golden Boy's standpoint, do you say, okay, shit, let's go ahead and put him out there, he get his ass kicked, now everybody see him as a fraud. Now that kills future pay-per-view fights with Devin Haney, or a huge fight with Tank Davis or Lomachenko. I really think they trying to cash him out. I think they trying to get him up to a certain point to where, okay, he done beat some guy, like some what they call them, some gatekeepers. He beat a couple of gatekeepers, guys that used to be good, you know, guys that held some type of stature in the past, but they a little bit past their prime. You know, still a test, but they not necessarily you know, they don't have that youth no more. They ain't really got enough to keep that young buck up off of him. They gonna put him in there with a couple of those guys. And I think if he do fight Linares, that's a tough ass fight. I think Linares fuck around and beat him. They was talking about putting him in with Luke Campbell. I think Luke Campbell beat him. You know what I'm saying? He's not ready for these type of guys, but I feel like Golden Boy, they trying to put him in there with, you know, this guy here, this guy there, get his record up to like 26-0, 27-0, something like that. And then they gonna throw him in there. They gonna set him up for a big ass fight, whether it be Devin Haney, whether it be Tank Davis. You know what I'm saying? Shakur Stevenson, somebody like that. And it's gonna be like sink or swim. At that point, they done milked him for as much as they can get, because think about it like this. He got a big following on Instagram. He got a big following online. People gonna come to see the man fight. Whether it don't matter who he fight. He gonna have fans that's gonna come out there to see him. But when it gonna get to a point to where he gonna have to fight somebody that's really about that shit, and they gonna throw him out there like, look, all right, we done brought you this far, sink or swim. Now, it's a win-win for Golden Boy at that point, because they done already milked him as much as they can. Plus, if he actually can beat the top guys, then they're like, okay, bet. We got something that's gonna last long term. You know what I'm saying? We just cashed out on a big fight, and we got something that's gonna last long term. You dig? So when you thinking from a business mindset, from where Golden Boy coming from, I see why they moving him like that. But at the same time, I'm like, shit, if bro say he ready, shit, put him out there. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what y'all boys talking about. He say he witness protection, basically. That's what it is. Big facts. They gonna handle him just like they doing Bud. Yeah, that's basically what Top Rank did with Bud for years. You know what I'm saying? That's what they did with Bud for you. They still doing that. They still doing that. You know, I will say it's some guys that have actually turned down fights with Bud, but they still doing that. You know what I'm saying? They still doing that. Say Luke Campbell ain't got no power. He really ain't. Like, Luke Campbell not a very, very powerful guy when we talking about knockout punches, but skill-wise, bro, he's better than Ryan Garcia. I'm not saying, now I say Ryan Garcia has a higher upside than Luke Campbell. You know, I think Ryan Garcia has way more potential than Luke Campbell. But if we talking about today, Luke Campbell better than Ryan Garcia, bro. Ryan Garcia still fight with his chin in the air. You know what I'm saying? Like, this man making amateur mistakes, like mistakes for guys that's just learning how to box. You can't do that. You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? But I like Ryan Garcia, though. I like him. And, I mean, another interesting take on this, what if Golden Boy actually does release him? What if he's able to buy himself out his contract? Where he go, PBC? You know what I'm saying? That'll shake shit up. That'll shake shit up. Yeah, nah, he not. What's up with a Smith & Wesson 45? He ain't ready for Campbell, bro. You know, I mean, shit, I want to see him in there with Linares, because I think that's a fight, even though I think Linares most likely will win that fight, I think it's winnable for Ryan Garcia. I mean, Linares is not no unstoppable force and no shit like that. I think it's winnable, but I don't think he can beat Linares. I just don't think that he will win that fight. I think Linares is just too seasoned, you know what I'm saying, too versatile. I mean, I think he knows, like, look who Linares done been in the ring with. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like he done seen everything that Ryan Garcia can potentially bring. He done seen speed. He done seen power. He done seen tall fighters. Like, I don't think he can beat Linares. So he can fight with his chin against Luke Campbell, because Luke doesn't have no power. Damn, he disrespecting Luke Campbell. Say working with Canelo Camp is a good look for him. Yeah, I agree. Now, I do believe that Canelo's camp, I forget his trainer's name. I think he got a main trainer over there. I forget dude's name, but I know he got a couple of different guys that he worked with over there in that little circle. I think if they, if he's allotted that time to continue to work on this game, and I'm talking about a couple of years. I ain't talking about like in the next couple of fights. I'm talking about in a couple of years. He gonna Eddie Reynoso, yeah. He gonna have to like be over there in the trenches, in that gym, going crazy, studying the game. I'm talking about putting in the work, and it's gonna take a couple of years for him to get right. And I think that's what Golden Boy see. And here's the dilemma for Ryan Garcia. Here's the dilemma. This is what I think. This is what I feel hurts Ryan Garcia the most deep down. This is what hurts him the most. Look at the age bracket that he's in. You look at him, Teofimo Lopez, Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney. These guys are champions. These guys are fighters that everybody view as champions and contenders, like that can compete against the best right now. So he sees all these young guys that he fought in the amateurs, guys that he came up with, and he see these guys getting a certain level of respect, and he like, damn, well, shit, I want that same respect. If they ready to jump off the porch, shit, I'm ready too. You know what I'm saying? If they ready for the smoke, I'm ready too. That's how he feel. And that shit hurt him. That shit hurt him, man. As a fighter, bro, like, that's how you supposed to feel. I don't blame him for feeling like that, bro. I don't blame him for feeling like that. Oh, he said he talked about that on his live. Damn, that's what's up. That's what's up. And I ain't even see that shit. You know what I'm saying? But that shit crazy, bro. Like, I can just sense that type of energy coming off of him. And then you look at the surrounding weight divisions, and all those guys, those young guys coming up, they all around the same age. So I know he like, shit, let me get in on this. I'm just as good as these guys, if not better. Now, that may or may not be true. We have yet to see, but that's how the brother feel. And shit, I don't blame him. But like I said, though, if Golden Boy say, okay, go ahead and get your ass in there with Tank Davis. Come on, bro. Tank Davis will beat the dog shit out of Ryan Garcia if they fought right now. Tank Davis will hurt that boy. I mean bad, savagely. It won't be nothing nice to see. I'm telling y'all, bro. They put him in there with Tank, and it ain't gonna be good for him. And you know how hard, y'all know how tough it is. And this is the same reason why these fighters are taking certain routes to get to the top. Motherfuckers taking the quote unquote less strenuous routes. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers get it fucked up when Earl said the easy route. He talking about fighting guys on PBC fights easier to make. We ain't talking about that shit. Motherfuckers really devising their whole schedule around fights they know they can win so they can get in a position to make bread. I actually commend Ryan Garcia for wanting to actually fight these guys, but it's kind of like, I don't blame him some of the time, because when a fighter lose, bro, when a fighter that everybody assumed that was going to be like this big star or something, when they take a L, it's like all hell break loose. Motherfuckers stock go all the way down. You know what I'm saying? Depending on how they lose. But even sometimes, shit, motherfucker can lose a close split decision, something like that, didn't get knocked down in the fight. Motherfucker stock still plummet because of the fans so fickle. You know what I'm saying? But that's how it always been. It's gonna be like that, you know? I mean, it ain't always been to the extreme that it is now, but motherfucker take an L, even back in the day, motherfucker take an L, motherfucker gonna be like, okay, yeah, you ain't really as bad as you said you was, but now the shit is on a whole nother extreme. So think about it from Golden Boy standpoint. They like, shit, we put him in there with Tank Davis, and if he get beat like I think he gonna get beat, that shit gonna be damn near impossible to come back from. that shit gonna be damn near impossible for Ryan Garcia to bounce back from that and get the same type of notoriety, the same type of clout, the same type of respect from an overall standpoint. You know what I'm saying? That shit gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough to put folks in the seats because they gonna look at him like a fraud. All these Instagram videos you done put up, you out there clowning, look, you know what I'm saying, with the speed, blindfolds on, all this wild shit, looking like a spectacle, you know what I'm saying, like some type of strange entertainment, and everybody really believe in the hype. Then you put him out there, he get his ass whooped. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the brother Lawrence RBE in the super chat. Thank you, my brother. He say, watching Pretty Boy Floyd versus Money May Floyd. I am a Spence fan. Handicap Earl versus Pretty Boy Floyd and Earl versus Money May. I got Pretty Boy, but Earl over Money May. Ooh, that's a good assessment, bro. That's a good assessment. He say he got Pretty Boy over Earl, but Earl over Money May. You know what, man? I think we talked about this before, but I don't know. It's hard to even compare like Pretty Boy because he fought at such a lower weight class. But I can't say that I see Earl beating Floyd, man, at any point. You know, unless he caught Floyd like old as fuck. You know what I'm saying? And when you say Money May, I'ma say like 36-year-old Floyd that fought Canelo. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to say that Floyd because that's Money May. That's like Money May when he was like Money May for real. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if Earl could have beat the Floyd that fought Canelo. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he could have beat him. I think Floyd just got too much knowledge, man. Just too much defense. It'll be tough. It'll be tough. I don't think he just go out there and make Earl look like no damn amateur like he did Marcos Maidana in that second fight, or like he did Canelo in that fight. You know what I'm saying? He made Canelo look like an amateur. You know, it's going to be tougher because Earl going to cut that ring off a lot better than Canelo did. He ain't just going to follow him around the ring and shit, but I don't think he could have beat Floyd, bro. It'll be tough, though. The soul may say, lose now, and nigga be like, you washed up, retired shit. Yeah. Yeah, bro. You know what I'm saying? Now, I do agree that it's better for you to lose early. You know what I'm saying? I agree it's better to lose early than to lose, you know what I'm saying, like when you in the prime of your career. And it also depends on how you lose, too. You feel me? It also depends on how you lose. You know what I'm saying? But I just know how this shit go. I done seen it too many times, man. Like, and that's the precautions that Golden Boy is taking right now. They see this shit playing out, bro. If they put him in there with Tank Davis, remember, people was what was that? Like, I say 3 years ago, folks was calling for Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia. I think it was something like Floyd offered Ryan Garcia a fight with Tank, something like that. You know what I'm saying? But they knew better than that. And we talking about a couple of years ago. If I'm saying he not ready now and he won't be ready for another couple of years, think about what would have happened then. And Tank was like active at that time. You know what I'm saying? Like very active. Melinda Williams say, I would say Earl over both Floyds when Earl is at 100%, and that has nothing to do with the work I heard Earl gave Mayweather years ago. Yeah, you know, and I mean, I respect that opinion. I respect that. If you genuinely feel like Earl would have beat Floyd, I respect that opinion because I don't think it's far-fetched. I don't think it's like no unbelievable shit. You know what I'm saying? Because Earl is a great athlete. You know what I'm saying? He gonna have they reach is the same, but I think Earl he gonna be longer than Floyd in there. I think his distance control is amazing, but you gotta think about it. Like Floyd done seen all that shit. Everything that Earl Spence got to bring to the table, he may not have seen all of that in one fighter like Earl. He probably haven't seen everything that Earl got in the ring at the same time on the same night. But everything that Earl can do, he done seen it over the course of his career. And you got to think about Floyd. He not one of those guys that, Floyd ain't one of those guys that fly by night. Like, he calculate, he saves data in his mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, the shit that he done seen, he can collect data from fighter number 1, fighter number 2, fighter number 3, fighter number 4. He can put all that shit together, and it's like, okay, you may not be all that on one night, but he know everything that your ass can do, and he know how to use that shit against you. You know what I'm saying? Everything Earl Spence can do, Floyd done already seen it. And sparring is one thing. And you gotta think about it. We comparing Floyd, like, at one point, you know, and we talking about under the lights in the ring. It's different. You know what I'm saying? It's different. It's different, man. You know, but I respect your opinion if you think, and I'm the biggest Earl Spence fan. Like, I love Earl Spence. I just don't know if he would have been able to get in there and, like, just really make Floyd come up out his shell, like make Floyd do something uncharacteristic. I think Floyd would have coasted and it would have been tough, but I think he would have won maybe, like, I say 8 rounds to 4. You know what I'm saying? Unanimous decision. I could see 7-5. I could see Earl getting some good, get some good hits in, going to the body, trying to slow him down. But it would have been very difficult for Earl to get to Floyd's body. It would have been tough for Earl to get the Floyd body because he know how to use that ring. He know how to control that distance, man. He's a master of that shit, bro. He's a master of that shit, man. Floyd know that ring, bro. Floyd know that ring, man. One of the dopest breakdowns of Floyd performing that I ever listened to or read or anything like that was Andre Berto when he broke down what it's like to fight Floyd. And think about this. He talking about Floyd damn near 40 years old. I think Floyd was 40. Yeah, Floyd was like what? Floyd was like 41? Floyd was in his 40s when he fought Andre Berto. So he talking about Andre Berto gave you the breakdown on what it's like to fight a 40-year-old Floyd. Imagine him when he was just a few years younger than that, 35, 36, when he fought Canelo. I think that performance, to me, Floyd's most impressive performance was when he fought Canelo Alvarez at 36 years old. Think about that. That shit right there alone is amazing. Think about all the impressive performances that he had in his younger days, Diego Corrales. You know what I'm saying? Even the Emmanuel Augustus fight where he had a bloody nose, they was going back and forth. But that shit impressed me, the fact that even though he didn't have to fight like that, he still fought like that and was successful when he beat the motherfucker at his own shit. You know what I'm saying? You go back to the second Jose Castillo fight. Go to the Angel Manfredi fight. Go to the Arturo Gatti fight. These fights happened way back in the day. But the most go to the Cotto fight. That was impressive to me. But it says a lot for me to tell you that I was most impressed by Floyd when he beat Canelo at age 36. Because it ain't about Canelo. It ain't about Canelo. It ain't about Canelo. It's about how Floyd did that shit, bro. We ain't seen nobody make Canelo look like that ever. You know what I'm saying? Erislandy Lara tried to do the shit, but he was too defensive. He didn't throw no damn punches. I picked Lara to win that fight. I picked that. I said Lara won the fight. But I wasn't mad when they gave it to Canelo because the motherfucker didn't throw no punches. He played defense the whole fight. Lara was on defense every chance he got. He barely threw any punches. Floyd stood in front of Canelo, bro, was making him miss, was hitting him all upside his head, bro, going to the body. Bro, Floyd, that shit was the most impressive performance I seen, bro. From Floyd, dog. Shout out to Puncho Esparza in the super chat. He say, I think you asking, do you follow AB on Insta? He funny. Hell yeah. Yeah, man. I fuck with AB on Instagram, man. That dude there a fool, man. Straight character. You know what I'm saying? South Phoenix Rising say Lara beat Canelo. Hey man, that's what I had. I still say Lara won that fight. But I wasn't because if I would have said that, if I would have been like, damn, bro, like I called it a robbery. I said, bro, Lara won that fight. But if I would have been like, bro, hell no, like if I would have been enraged about that shit, I wouldn't be keeping it real with myself, because during the fight, I'm screaming at the TV. I'm like, bro, why throw some punches? Goddamn. Bro, you can't run the whole fight. I mean, and I'm not like these other motherfuckers that call boxing running. This nigga was literally running, bro. Like, Lara was in that bitch not throwing no punches, bro. I'm talking about you can't make a motherfucker miss a whole round. Yeah, it's good you making a miss, but you gotta score. Canelo walking in and he landing little grazing shots on the hips, on the body and shit like that. I'm like, bro, you gotta throw punches, bro. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, shit, I still had Lara winning, but I wasn't tripping. I'm like, you did that shit to yourself because you didn't assert yourself on offense. All he had to do was just, it's the same way when Danny Jacobs fought Triple G. Look at when Danny Jacobs fought Triple G. Now, Triple G got a knockdown in that fight. I felt like that shit was low-key a slip. I ain't gonna cap. I felt like that knockdown that Triple G got on Danny Jacobs was low-key a slip. But Danny Jacobs had bruh, all he had to do was assert himself on offense. He was outboxing Triple G. All he had to do, bruh, was just a couple of rounds. Just stand your ground, you know what I'm saying? Throw a couple of shots. You know, you don't even gotta hit him, or you don't even gotta take no big chances. Just throw a couple of shots, dig in there a couple of times. Walter Lee, you said it. Danny's corner let him down. Motherfucker talking about you up. You winning the fight. You got it. This fight is over. You up. He ain't winning no rounds. I'm like, motherfucker, are you stupid? Bruh, you acting like, bruh, you just 12 zipping this dude. No, bruh, you need to stand your ground and assert yourself, because the judges are looking for things like that. This is what you call ring generalship. Ring generalship. You got to have ring generalship. Shout out to my boy 704 Joe, Dallas, Texas, in the building. What's happening? You feel me? All day. D Hodges in the building. Say what up, Merlot. The chat, LDBC, man. Salute to the LDBC, man. Salute to y'all boys, man. But yeah, bruh. This man, after every round, he talking about, yeah, you got him, champ. You know what I'm saying? You winning. It's easy. So that got Danny Jacobs sitting back just cooling and shit like everything's sweet. That's the same shit Lara was doing, bruh. Come on, man. So I don't like that shit, you feel me? But like I said, going back to Floyd though, you know, I feel like Earl would have gave him a tough fight. But I don't think he gonna beat Floyd though, bro. Not when Floyd was like active, bro. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like shit, bro done already seen everything, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's seen everything. Earl gonna have to be in that bitch on some like, bro, Earl gonna have to have the best everything on, for Earl to be Floyd at that time, bro. He would have had to have everything clicking. I'm talking about like everything. He gotta find $100 just walking and shit. He gotta be walking out that day, just walking outside. Oh, I found $100. Like he got everything gotta be clicking for him. You know what I'm saying? For him to be Floyd, bro. Say Crawford versus Floyd would be a chess match. I don't think that fight would have been tough for Floyd, bro. I don't, bro, honestly. You know what I'm saying? I think it would have been interesting to see, but I don't think Crawford versus Floyd would have been tough. I think Floyd would have controlled Crawford mentally. You know what I'm saying? Crawford be getting into his emotions and shit. Floyd would have controlled him mentally. He would have been talking shit to him the whole lead up. You know what I'm saying? At the weigh-ins and shit, Floyd would have been talking crazy. You know, Terrence Crawford idolized Floyd Mayweather. He would have used that shit against him. You know what I'm saying? He would have used that shit against him. I think Floyd would have got in the Bud head and had Bud being all aggressive and shit. He would have made Terrence Crawford walk to him, and Floyd would have just countered him and picked him off all night. Probably would have got a knockdown because he's so flush on his shots. You know Bud gonna leave himself open. He gonna get reckless. Floyd would have controlled Bud mentally. I think the Errol Spence fight would have been tougher for. I think Floyd beat both of them, but I think the Spence fight would have been tougher because I think Errol Spence is stronger than Terrence Crawford mentally. And you know, with Floyd Mayweather, that's the first step. You gotta get over the mental hurdles. That's the toughest thing when you fighting Floyd. You gotta get over the mental hurdles. That motherfucker, half of the people that Floyd fought, they lost before the fight even started, bruh. You gotta get over the mental hurdles when you getting in there with Floyd. Come on, man. Why you think Victor Ortiz did all that dumbass shit? Floyd had that man mind fucked up. You know what I'm saying? You see he choked the motherfucker out at the weigh-ins and shit, or the press conferences, wherever that was at. You know what I'm saying? He talking crazy to him. Come on, bruh. Floyd had that. That's why he all in the ring going crazy, headbutting niggas and shit, doing all this crazy shit. Bruh, Floyd had him fucked up mentally before the fight even started. Sugar Ray Leonard and Thomas Hearns, now, those would have been tough fucking fights for Floyd. Tough. Very tough. Leonard, with Hearns, of course, with that height, the reach, power, athleticism, all that would have been tough as hell. Sugar Ray Leonard, that would have been tough as hell. I honestly, those would be some hard fights to call. I honestly can't, I can truly say that those are 50-50 fights. Especially with Ray Leonard and Floyd, I think those are 50-50 fights. You know what I'm saying? I think he could have beat him, but I also think that Ray Leonard could beat Floyd too. It would have been a tough ass fight. I'm gonna say that. Aaron Pryor versus Floyd at 140. Tough. Tough. I'm gonna take Floyd in that one, but Pryor was cold. Pryor had mean ass offense, but I think Floyd could have controlled him mentally too. You know what I'm saying? I think Floyd would have used these guys' aggressiveness against them. Guys that really like to just go out there and show they, you know what I'm saying, they aggressiveness and all that, you know what I mean? I think Floyd can control them type of guys. Pernell Whitaker, tough ass fight. That's true. Ray Leonard technically he ducked Aaron Pryor, but styles make fights, so I ain't gonna, and I don't know why he ducked him, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if it was just the business side because they had some money shit going on, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of people say that Sugar Ray Leonard ducked him because he didn't want no smoke. He tried to make it about money because truthfully he didn't want no smoke. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like the same shit that Terrence Crawford and them trying to do, that Bob Arum and them trying to do with Errol Spence. Say Duran and Floyd at what? Well, 147? I got Floyd. I know niggas love Duran. You know what I'm saying? I got Floyd in that fight. Floyd would have did the same shit that Sugar Ray Leonard did to him in the second fight. You know what I'm saying? Because the only reason that Sugar Ray Leonard lost that first fight was because Duran got in his head and made him want to fucking fight out of character. He made him be the aggressor and all this. Even though Sugar Ray Leonard can walk your ass down. But the only reason he lost that first fight was because he was trying to fight Duran in the trenches when he should have just boxed him. Just like he did in the second fight. You know what I'm saying? He should have just boxed him. Floyd ain't gonna do that bullshit. That's one, you're not gonna make Floyd fight how he don't want to fight. You know what I'm saying? Floyd gonna make you do shit that you don't want to do. Floyd gonna make you go against your game plan. You know what I'm saying? Duran ain't, come on, man. He would have outboxed Duran just like Sugar Ray Leonard did in that second fight. That's what he would have did, man. But these are all great fights, though. You know what I'm saying? These are all great fights. I think out of all the matchups, though, I like that Sugar Ray Leonard and Floyd matchup the most. I think Pernell Whitaker, People talk about Pernell Whitaker in Florida a lot. I would like to see Pernell Whitaker and Sugar Ray Leonard. That shit would have been lit. Dio say, I don't think Ray could have beat Duran from the first fight. In my opinion, he didn't spar once and had to lose 60 pounds in a month. That's his fault. Man, I feel like if Ray Leonard didn't go out there and try to fight him in the trenches, try to brawl with this man, because think about it like this. Ray Leonard survived not getting knocked the fuck out by fighting Duran's fight. So that tell you right there, he got the chin. You know what I'm saying? At that time, he had the chin. You know what I'm saying? He had the mental fortitude and the physical strength to be able to survive in that type of battle, but that's not his fight, especially not against Duran, because Duran was a guy, that's where he thrived. They called him, man, hands of stone. Shit, that's where he thrived. He won a brawl. He won a brawl, but I guarantee you, I'm not saying it was going to be easy, but I guarantee you, if Sugar Ray Leonard had a boxed Duran in that first fight, like boxed him, not with all that extra bullshit, just boxed him. Took it easy, been patient. He most likely would have won that fight. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong, though. We'll never know. But in the second fight, even though Duran was out of shape, you know what I'm saying, and it was a quick-ass turnaround because Ray Leonard wanted to get his lick back, which was a smart move on him. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, that's his fault. That's Duran's fault. He took the fight short notice, you know what I'm saying, wasn't in shape. But shit, he got beat and he got outboxed. You know what I'm saying? It was to the point to where shit, motherfucker said, look, man, I'm tired of chasing this dude around the ring. I can't cut the ring off. I'm breathing heavy. Them combos is coming too fast. That jab is too crisp. I don't want no more parts of this. Cut me my check and I'm out this bitch. That's basically what he said. Ricky Williams in the super chat, salute to you, my brother. What's happening? He say, that's what is impressive about Earl. He beat Porter at his own game. Salute, fam. That's facts. That's 100% facts. You know, and those type of qualities is why I hold Earl to such a high esteem around. I mean, just in the history of boxing, I'm going to give, once his career is done, he going to have a place in the history of boxing. But as far as in today's game, that's why I hold Earl to such a high esteem, because of those type of qualities. You know what I'm saying? Distance control, a great jab, being able to adapt, being able to beat guys at their own game. Those are great qualities that you need to have if you want to be the creme de la creme, the top. Remember when I just made that video about certain guys, about the best case scenario for boxing coming back? Certain guys gonna have to take pay cuts. Other guys, that a certain select fewer guys ain't gonna have to do that. Earl Spence is one of those guys because he's on that type of level. You know what I'm saying? Derek Lincoln in the building in the super chat. What's up with it, my brother? What's going on? He say, great chat, bro. Glad to see you back on Merlot Fridays. Say, but Floyd is my favorite boxer of all time. Who is your favorite boxer of all time? Damn, that's a good ass question. Honestly, bro, my favorite boxer of all time, Roy Jones Jr. Roy Jones Jr. But it's hard for me to narrow it down to just one, because I love Roy Jones, I love Floyd, I love Earl Spence. I'm a huge fan of Tito Trinidad. I always love Tito Trinidad. You know what I'm saying? I feel like in a lot of ways Earl Spence remind me of him. And then I love Lennox Lewis. You know what I'm saying? Lennox Lewis is my favorite heavyweight of all time. You know what I'm saying? Not Mike Tyson, not Muhammad Ali. You know what I mean? Lennox Lewis is my favorite heavyweight of all time. You know what I'm saying? AB said, AB shit, I like AB too. But my favorite fighter of all time is Roy Jones Jr. You know what I'm saying? Roy was just different, bro. Like, until this day, I still ain't seen shit like Roy. Like, Roy will beat your motherfucking ass, bro, but he gonna put on a show, though. You know what I'm saying? He gonna put on a show, and I always go back to, I forgot who he was fighting, bro, but he hit a motherfucker with 3 left hooks all in a row. You see fighters today trying to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? John Kramer, salute. He said Roy Jones wasn't human in his prime. He wasn't, bro. He wasn't. And see, Roy Jones was the only fighter that I ever seen was able to do what he did from on a long, if you look at the long period of time that he did the shit at the highest level, the man went up and won at heavyweight. Give a fuck who he fought, but he went up and won at heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers say he fought John Ruiz, the worst heavyweight. I don't give a damn who he fought. Bro went up to heavyweight and won a championship. You know what I'm saying? But look, Roy Jones is the only guy that I ever seen in the sport of boxing. Remember, I told y'all, bro, you can't play boxing. You can play other sports. You can't play boxing. This shit serious, bro. Roy was beating top pound for pound guys. Look at the goddamn James Toney fight. You know what I'm saying? James Toney is a legend in the sport. Roy Jones was beating tip-top prime competition without the normal fundamentals of boxing. But he was doing this shit off pure athleticism. He wasn't human, dog. He was different, bro. Roy Jones was beating guys with his hands down, bro. With his hands down off pure athleticism, off pure reflexes, pure talent. Like, Roy was one of those dudes, he knew the game. Don't get it fucked up. That's why he was able to manipulate his own athleticism and his own talent to be able to do the shit that he was doing. But he didn't play by the traditional rules of boxing. He did shit in a totally different way. And he was beating motherfuckers like, bro, off of pure instinct, off pure reflexes, pure athleticism, pure speed. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't no traditional boxer. He was different. And that's why, like Derek Lincoln said, yeah, he made men look silly. That's why boys was in that hole looking crazy, because they never seen no shit like this. You know what I'm saying? Dude think they got an open shot on Roy. No, you think Roy there, but you throw that punch, you on the ground. You on the ground before you finish throwing your punch. Because he done been ducked the shit, came back and hit your ass with 2 or 3 before you even knew what it was. To you, you saw him with his hands down. You saw a free shot. You throw that punch, 2 seconds later, your ass on the ground because he done ducked and hit you with 2 or 3. He was different, bro. Roy Jones was different, dog. And that's, to be honest with you, like, Roy, and I think shit, Roy was coming up, like, when he was in his prime, you feel me? When he fought Antonio Tarver, I think shit, I was like, I had to be like in what, in the 7th grade, something like that. You know what I'm saying? So like, and we go all the way back to, you know, around the days when he fought James Toney. I was real young at that time. I think he fought James Toney in what, like 94? You know what I'm saying? 94, 95, something like that. You feel me? So Roy was really at the pinnacle when I really started to like know what the fuck was going on in boxing. I started to like peep, okay, I know who this fight is. I know, okay, so this is what you do, this how you do this. I'm starting to pay attention to, I'm starting to understand what I'm seeing. That's when Roy was really at the top of his game. That's when I really started to get into boxing, like for real, is the time that Roy was on top. You know what I'm saying? So he was by default just my favorite fighter. Shout out to the homie Walter Lee in the building, salute. The guy George in the building, salute, man. What's going on? Lawrence RB say, if Roy had Floyd work ethic, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. If Roy had Floyd work ethic and discipline, man, say, if he had Roy, if he had Floyd work ethic and discipline, bro, that is unfair. It's unfair. I punch your Esparza, man. I'ma holler at you, bro. You have a good night. You know what I'm saying? Have a great weekend, bro. Be safe out there. Dog, if he had Floyd work ethic and discipline, bro, it's unfair. It's unfair. It's unfair, bro. Come on, dog. That's unfair. He say, your man Lennox would destroy Fury. Hell, man, say Lennox Lewis beat the brakes off of Tyson Fury on my mama. I wish Tyson Fury was around. You know what I'm saying? People want to talk all this shit about Deontay Wilder, talking about he not traditionally skilled like the other fighters. He just got power and all this shit. Look, y'all think Tyson Fury's skilled. Put Tyson Fury ass back there with Lennox Lewis and Mike Tyson and them boys, man. He would have got his ass whooped. I'm telling you, bro. Lennox Lewis, because all that height shit, that shit would have been canceled out with Lennox Lewis. And Lennox gonna put that 1-2 on his ass. And you can't just get in there and try to think you gonna muscle him on the inside, bro. Lennox Lewis got combos on the inside. He can fight your ass from the outside. He got a mean ass. He would have beat the shit out of Tyson Fury. On my mama. On me. Say, yeah, Riddick Bowe was cold too. Hell yeah. Riddick Bowe was cold in a bitch. He say he would have had to been tested for roids every day if Roy had floor work ethic. Hell yeah, bro. You know what I'm saying? But see, that's crazy how things work, man. You know what I'm saying? When you look back, you say, damn, what if this fighter had this? What if they had this? And then you look back and you like, okay, I see why them motherfuckers didn't have that. Because that shit would have been unfair. That shit would have been unfair. Big Dose 513 in the building. Salute to you, my brother. What's happening, man? Appreciate you for coming on through and stopping by, man. Thank you. Say, best heavyweight I saw was Larry Holmes. Yeah, man, Larry Holmes was a fool. Larry Holmes had that jab for your ass, boy. Trino Martin in the building. Salute. Say, man, Larry Holmes had that jab for your ass, boy. He'll beat your ass the whole night with just a jab. He'll beat your ass the whole night with just a jab, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's tough. That's some, bro. Now, that's a mental hurdle right there. That's a mental hurdle for you to go into a fight knowing that this motherfucker can throw one punch all night and you can't do shit about it. You can't do shit about it. Yep, I got Larry Holmes over Tyson Fury as well. Facts. Big facts. You know what I'm saying? Big facts. Kano Loco Sports in the building. Salute. Say Ali would have clowned them all. Shit, that very well may be true, man. Ali was a bad motherfucker, man. I wish that I was around, and I don't wish I was around at that time. You know what I'm saying? But ain't like a lot of shit changed now, has it? But I wish I was able to see like Ali live. You know what I'm saying? I wish I was able to see Ali live, like beating motherfuckers the fuck up, styling on them, making them look crazy and shit. And then I wish I could have seen a press conferences like, you know, when them shits was actually happening. You know what I'm saying? He talking to a motherfucker, telling him what he gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Like, Ali was different, bro. Ali was different. Say a B-level fighter from the 90s will be undefeated and undisputed in this era. It's possible. It's possible, bro. It's possible. I think shit, and of course, Lennox Lewis ain't no B-level fighter, but I'm going to just use him for example. Let's say he was fighting right now. Like, this was his time. He 25 years old, 26, 27, whatever. Bro, nobody today beating Lennox Lewis, bro. Now, Deontay Wilder, that'll be, you know, he always got a shot because of that right hand. But if he can't land that bitch, bro, he not beating Lennox Lewis, dog. I don't see nobody today that could beat Lennox Lewis at the heavyweight division, bro. I don't see it. You know what I'm saying? Lennox Lewis was the real lineal champ. He just retired. They gave that shit to Tyson Fury when he beat Klitschko and shit. When really he beat the other Klitschko. You know what I'm saying? He beat Vitaly Klitschko. You dig what I'm saying? They just gave that shit to Tyson Fury. That man wasn't no lineal champ. If a young George Foreman had the skill and technique that the old Foreman had, he'd probably be the GOAT. Possibly so. Possibly so. Braden White in the building. Salute. He say, what's good, fam? It's hot out here in Texas. Boy, hey, you ain't lying, boy. It's hot than a motherfucker, boy. It's hot as hell. I just looked at my phone earlier today because I'm thinking, you know, on Sundays and shit, me and my fam, we get together and we walk around my little neighborhood and shit, you know what I'm saying? You know, I caught my little brother come through, my mom and them, everybody come over. We all walk and we just talk and shit, just spend time as a family. Very important with all this. That's important in general, but very important with all this quarantine shit going on. Make sure you spend the time with your family, man, because you ain't how this shit going right now, you don't never know what the fuck gonna happen, you know what I'm saying? But I'm checking my phone and shit, checking for how the weather gonna be on Sunday. Man, that bitch say 105. That shit say 105. Man, get the fuck out of here. But now, y'all remember, if you from Texas, bruh, I'm trying to think what year that was, bruh. It was a year where we had in the summertime. It was a summer that we had, bruh, in Texas, where we had the longest, we broke a record. We had the longest streak of 100-degree days, bruh. I don't know if it was 2010, bro. Bro, I can't remember what year that was, bro. It was a mean ass summer, bro. I'm talking about, dog, every day was 100 and something going crazy, bro. I'm talking about it was hot than a bitch. I can't remember what year that was, bro, but we had a streak where we broke a record, dog, the most 100-degree days in a row. I'm talking about every time you look up, 103, 104, you know what I'm saying, 102. I'm like, 2012. You know what I'm saying? DBM on the track. Yeah, bro, 2012. That shit was stupid, bro. Shout out to my brother King White in the building. Salute to you, my boy. That's like my blood brother right there, man. What's happening, bro? I hope you're doing good, man. Yeah, Big Tech said like 20 straight days, bro. That shit was crazy, dog. I ain't never seen no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And we ain't had nothing like that happen since. But that don't mean it don't be getting hot out this motherfucker. It just ain't been like that. I don't know what the fuck was happening then. You know what I'm saying? Somebody must have made the devil mad around this hole or something. That shit was going crazy. You know what I'm saying? But it's hot. I think the next couple of days is going to be over 100. I heard about Arizona, bro. I ain't never been out to Arizona. He said, is it dry heat? Yeah, like Dallas, the DFW area, like North Texas, we got dry heat. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you go further down south, like Houston, Port Arthur, that area down there, they got that humid heat. You know what I'm saying? Where you get sticky and shit. Now, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't really just been in Houston when they was at like where it's like summertime, where it's hot in the bitch. You know what I'm saying? But I done been out there in the fall time. And I fuck with Houston like late fall. It's nice. You got a breeze and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? You get a little breeze down there. You feel me? But they got that really humid, like it's humid as fuck. You know what I'm saying? And I can only imagine around this time, like right now, I'm not going to Houston. Cause I know that shit gonna be sticky hot. You feel me? But up here in North Texas, it's more so like dry heat. You know what I'm saying? That shit bad too. You feel me? Like, this shit really ain't no better, to be honest with you. This shit really ain't no better. I can't tell you if I like dry heat more than I like the humid heat, because that shit in Texas, that shit is hot in general. When it's summertime, I ain't gonna lie. Say it was over 100 today in the H, a nigga could barely breathe. Hey, bro, I know what you mean, dog. I know what you mean. Shit, boy, don't want to leave the house until if you trying to dodge that heat, you gonna have to. You can't leave the house until after like shit 8 o'clock, and it's still hot outside. You know what I'm saying? You trying to duck that sun, you still gonna get that heat though, cause the ground gonna be hot as hell from the whole day. You know what I'm saying? So you gonna still get that heat. It said swimming pool ain't enough. Hell no, it ain't enough. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Hey, it's better you stay your ass in the house under that air conditioner. I got my shit nice and breezy in here. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't doing no tripping. But I'm going to tell you one thing, though. If you trying to get you a good workout in, if you doing cardio, you trying to get you a sweat in, bring your ass to Texas and run around this bitch in the summertime. Yeah. 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 Bring your ass to Texas, run around this bitch in the summertime. Yeah. Yeah, you dropping pounds, bro. You dropping pounds, dog. Big facts. You dropping pounds, bro. You know what I'm saying? You dropping pounds, bro. You say pass out city. Yeah, bro. You dropping pounds out this bitch. You know what I'm saying? I be going around this whole running and shit when I'm just like, when I want to get a good sweat in and shit. Yeah, bro. It's like that. Oh yeah, no. I've been to South Beach on like around Memorial Day. That shit was hot as fuck. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, Florida got something on Texas, bro. I don't know if it's hotter than Texas, but they fucking with Texas on that heat, bro. They fucking with Texas on that heat, bro. It's hot than a bitch out there in the summertime, dog. I told my boy, I said, bro, next time I go to South Beach, bro, I gotta go when it's like, you know what I'm saying, like fall time, bro. Or winter time or something, you know what I'm saying? Just on some cool shit, just to see the scenery and shit, you know what I'm saying? Because I know out there in Miami, I know y'all probably don't even get no real cold weather or nothing. So I can go out there fall time, summertime, it still probably be like 70 degrees or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hot than a bitch in Miami, dog. In Florida, it's hot as hell. That's why all the motherfuckers so black. 704 Joe, he say August lost 30 pounds in 30 days. Damn. Damn. So that's why Earl at 160 already. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And see, Earl and them, they taking that shit to another level. They in the gym without the AC on, bruh. You already in Texas in the summer heat, but they in the gym with the AC off in that bitch. They taking that shit to a whole nother level. You know what I'm saying? If you trying to cut weight, it's really like you cheating out here in Texas, because you going to cut some weight. You going to cut weight, you going to sweat, you going to be able to get those pounds up off of you, man. You know what I'm saying? You going to be able to get those pounds up off of you, bro. I ain't going to lie to you. Man, I appreciate y'all for coming on through, man. We gonna go ahead and close this thing on out. I'm gonna make me a little move real quick. But look, I want y'all to have a great weekend, man. Thank y'all for showing up and showing out. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have a good time, whatever y'all doing. Stay safe. You know what I'm saying? Spend time with your family. Shit going crazy out here right now, man. So be smart, man. Y'all have a good one. Contender regime. Boxing, I holler at y'all boys, man. Y'all hold it down.